The unboxing process of this keyboard feels so premium, kind of like when you're opening a new phone. Hey guys, I'm Simulator Tech, and today I'm taking a look at a pre-built keyboard from Evoworks, a sub-brand of QWERTY keys, called the Evo80. It's a TKL board that comes in at around $170, and like the Neo boards, it's available through rolling releases at several vendors including QWERTY keys and Divinity. Inside the carrying case is a manual with a warranty registration card, a USB-C cable, a keycap and switch puller, spare rubber pieces like gaskets and feet, a dongle for 2.4 GHz, and a few spare switches. Overall, it's pretty minimal, which is expected since it's a pre-built board. Underneath, of course, is the keyboard itself, and man does it look pretty. Taking a look at the case design, the anodization is very smooth and consistent, which is expected, and ties in with the larger fillets in the edges of the case, making it look round and smooth. The side profile is, in my opinion, quite pretty, with a nice curve and this two-layer look. The two tones are visible from the rear, and the middle is a centered USB-C port. On the back, we have a pretty interesting looking weight design. I believe it's all aluminum, so no fancy copper or brass. However, this board is still pretty hefty, and the material isn't super important considering this board is very foam oriented. The feet tie in really well with the overall design, and in the middle towards the bottom is a small Evo logo. The rear design is very tasteful in my opinion. You know what else is tasteful? This segue to our sponsor PCBWay. If you are into custom keyboards, you know the value of high quality, reliable parts, and PCBWay has you covered. They offer not just top-notch PCB fabrication and assembly, but also CNC machining, 3D printing, sheet metal fabrication, and more. I've personally used PCBWay for multiple projects, and their quick turnaround time and outstanding customer service have always impressed me. So whether you're prototyping a keyboard or working on another custom project, check out PCBWay. Click the link in the description to get started. Back to our board, we have our keycaps. These are color matched to the case and they're surprisingly high quality. They're made of PBT and they're double shot so the ledges won't fade, and the printing is quite nice. Compared to this keycap, which is from a GMK set, it's not quite as crisp and the color doesn't pop quite as much, but considering these came from a pre-built board and they're PBT, I think the quality is very good. When ordering this board, you can choose between the oat switches and a polypropylene plate, or the Azure switches with the FR4 plate. I have the latter. With a snappy 22mm spring and factored by HMX, the Azure switches sound and feel absolutely solid. They're very clacky and complement the case's sound better than any girl has ever complimented me. Opening it up, the Evo80 uses the ever popular ball catch mechanism. I like this system because it makes it very easy to tinker with the internals in boards that have a lot of different plate, foam, and mounting options. Personally, I don't really see the benefit in this board using it considering it's a pre-built, but if Evoworks were to make like different plates, maybe you could like purchase separately or something like that, it would make more sense. In the bottom case, we have a couple layers of foam. One with cutouts for the back of the PCB, and the second one sits at the bottom of the case. Here we can see the pretty minimal design in the bottom case. There's a magnetic connector which makes assembly and disassembly really quick and easy. On the corners and along the edges are built-in force brake pieces. The most unique parts are the leaf springs. This mounting system is designed to make the typing experience less harsh and give it a little, give. It's not the most effective with a stiffer plate, and the FR4 one I have is not particularly soft, and I have all the foams in the bottom case, but it still helps make the typing experience a little bit softer. The assembly is nothing crazy. Of course, we have our FR4 plate and the PCB with PE and plate foam sandwiched in between. The gaskets hold onto the plate and are made of silicone. Nothing too crazy. The PCB is very flex oriented, with cuts for each key. I am not a fan at all of this design, but the board uses a lot of foam, so it's probably okay. Other than that, it's VIA compatible and supports Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz connectivity, powered by a total of 8,000 mAh worth of battery capacity. That is a crap ton for a keyboard. Alright, let's reassemble the board. The primary visual design on the top case is this little RGB LED accent piece. I'm pretty neutral about it, but I guess it's pretty cool. Alright, let's hear how the board sounds. Holy dude, this board sounds creamy, marbly, thocky, plocky, clocky, clacky. In my opinion, this is the pinnacle of that foamy sound. Truthfully, I see no reason to take the board apart in the first place. The stabs are tuned wonderfully and the switches are smooth as hell, and the sound is fantastic. To be frank, if you don't like the foamy sound signature, then don't buy this board because it's 100% for the foam lovers out there. This board is probably not aimed at the enthusiasts who enjoy the building and tinkering aspect of the keyboard hobby. It's more for the newer keyboarder who doesn't really want to get into building one or may not have the time to learn, but still might want a platform that they can use to modify later with different switches and keycaps. I can also see it as a good option for someone who's coming from like a gaming keyboard, since the Evo80 falls in that price range that's like the top end Razer and Logitech products, and well, this board obviously is just better. If you're ballin' and want to get someone a nice gift, then this board works well for that too. Maybe you can like get your friends or family members to dip their toes in the world of custom keyboards. To wrap up this video, here are my true and final thoughts. I personally would not buy this board because I enjoy the process of building a keyboard, choosing the switches, keycaps, plate, and other parts, and then rebuilding it until it's just perfect. However, for those I've just listed above, this board is probably the best option. From the packaging to the design to the complete product, I just can't really find any flaws for what it is and what it's trying to be. The only thing I could see is that while it is justified by the quality, $170 might be a little pricey for some people. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Evoworks for sending out the board. See you guys later. Bye!